Hello, and this is Jeanne Omlor for the Saturday Night Live, the Saturday Live at 5. I had a break last week, but I am back for my Saturday Live at 5. I'm going to share it to my group. Where's my group? There it is. Boom. Posted. Okay, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes like I always do. Karen, C. Cook, how are you? And today I'm going to talk about how to multiply every bit of money that you bring in for maximum wealth. And I actually have a worksheet that I'm going to share with you. So it's not woo-woo stuff today. It's woo-woo with strategy. So, hey, yes, it'd be great if you gave some hearts. It'd be wonderful. We just ran in. We were at the park. Hey, Paula, I just made it on time for my live at 5. It's like, might be live at 5:30 if I don't get started. Yes, all the hearts are great. Okay, so if you don't know who I am, I'm Jeanne Omlor. I'm the online business profit strategist and coach, and I help coaches, experts, service providers, consultants, anybody that has an offer that can be sold or clients that can be gotten online, I help with. And I help people get to 20K plus months online. Some of my clients are way beyond that. One of them just told me he was at 50. Another one of my clients reported that she hit 100K per month. Okay, so I hope some more people turn up. I know it's a little fewer people because of all the vacationing going on. Kyle, how are you? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You are free to plug yourselves and say what it is that you do and where you are from. I know Karen is from New York. Karen was in a film that I made many years ago. Okay, so today is a very interesting subject, one that I love. I love talking about money. Hey, Megan, how are you? Feel free to plug yourself and tell everybody what you do and where you live. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about focusing on all the money that you bring in. If you focus on it, it can actually multiply. Yes, thanks for the hearts. So I'm going to talk about two things today. I work with my clients a lot on what I call normalizing numbers, to normalize making 200K a month. Hey Gregory, how are you? Or to normalize making those big numbers. So part of this, yes, the hearts would be great. Hashtag live, Mary Beth Ramsey, how are you? The hashtags lives would be great. Hearts would be great. So today we're talking about two things. We're talking about how to how to multiply every bit of money you make to maximize. Hey, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is what I work with on my clients, and that is normalizing your mindset for big numbers so that, see, when we think a big number is big, it's big, and it seems like, wow, that's so much. But when you start to normalize, and I work with my clients on this to bring into your mind that, 20K isn't that much money, that because some people go, oh my gosh, 10K is so much money. It's really not. It's really not. And I know you're thinking, whoa, I don't earn that. The more you normalize bigger numbers, the more it's possible to bring that into your mind. So that's a big training that I do with my clients. My clients know that I'm always talking about big, huge, audacious money goals as well as other goals. Okay, but how do we do what I just said, which was to multiply every bit? Well, what I realized at one point was we have to honor everything that comes in. We have to honor dollar. We have to honor if we save money on groceries, because what we do is we ignore things unless it's huge. It's like achievements. There are some people, it has to be huge before they even recognize in their psyche, hey, I did something. So I'm also big on my clients celebrating successes big and small. So what I did is I created a system where I track every bit of money that comes in. Now, of course, I track my, business money. We all track that. But then I thought, wait a minute. I get little checks from SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, because I was an actress. And, I'd get, sometimes it was okay, but, it's $20 or it's, $15. I'd be like, oh, it's only $15. But then I thought, wait a minute. I'm totally discounting that money that came in. I'm going to start celebrating every dollar. And you know what happened? When I started celebrating every bit of money, I became more abundant because I was recognizing that energy, that the money coming in is It's energy. So if I just go, oh, I'm not going to recognize that unless it's, $5,000. And I used to think that way. Oh, it's not a big number. I'm just going to, it was almost like I was afraid that if I honored a small amount, that my mind would then only bring small amounts in. That's what I thought. But guess what? That's not how it works. And I have help for you. Celebrate every dollar. So here you have it. I have a worksheet that I created, okay? And I call, and actually, if you want this, I'm going to place this in the units of my Facebook group. So, Gregory, could you put the, hey Luke, how are you? Gregory, if you could put the link to my Facebook group, I will put this in the units of my group so you can find it. It's called a money evidencer. Now, why do I call it a money evidencer? It's not even a real word. It's one of Jeanne's made-up words. I thought, wait a minute. It's evidence that I am abundant. It's the money abundance. I call it the money evidencer. So I should call it maybe the abundance, but it's about the money. So what I started doing was I started writing down, and there's a page for each day, let's see. Oh, I saved $226 over 3 months in house insurance because I found a cheaper one. I got $45 back from the other insurance. So, I saved $300 actually. Let's see. I got some other things. Oh, I got an unexpected payment from Amazon for $31.62. See, all this adds up. I saved $1 on something because there was the oats that I bought were $1 less. Literally, I'm not saying to be cheap because I don't agree with cheapness, but I agree being conscious of you saved $1. And I don't mean to, I knew somebody that would walk for blocks to save $1. And I was like, that's just a waste of time. That's not what I mean. I am not saying to spend precious time going and trying to save $1. I'm totally not into that. I'm that person that's going to spend way more money. I look at it this way. If I'm going to save an hour, yeah, I'll spend a lot more money to save the hour. So it's not what I mean. But when you do happen to save money because you got something on sale, hey, Lewis, then, that actually is money that you've earned. So then I had, let's see, I'm just looking through. So basically it's just bits and pieces. But the one thing that really made me start to think about this was those small checks from SAG of, $15, and sometimes it was $80, and then once it was $13, I thought, oh, $13. Oh. And I thought, what am I doing? I am looking a gift horse in the mouth. So this is how it looks. I'll show you again. Whoops. And I'll read what it says, because you won't be able to read that. I'm aligning with more profits, because I am the online profits strategist and coach, and wealth. So this is like the wealth and abundance money evidencer. It's evidence that you are actually abundant. And you know what I realized? I realized a lot of money was coming in dribs and drabs that I wasn't even counting it. I was getting little affiliate payments, or not. I had some affiliate. I had some Amazon stuff because I used to have a blog, and it was still coming in. Also, I sold some stuff on Udemy, and I was like, whoa, that's still selling? So basically, it says, I'm aligning with more profits and wealth. I can spot 10 things a day that prove it if I let myself see them. Here's today's evidence. So you have at least 10, and then it says at the bottom, the more I focus on what is working and the abundance that surrounds me, the faster I will manifest profits and customers that make me do the happy dance. Thank you, universe and God, for all that I have, all that I have and all that is coming forth. Actually, I didn't have God in here. I should have put God in there. So if anybody wants that, join my group, and I'll put it in the units. And there you go. So if you're a coach, a consultant, or a service provider, you should join my group anyway. It's called the Smartest Business Strategies for 7-Figure Growth, because that is what, thank you, Megan, that is what I focus on, is helping people to bring it into their mind that they can be the CEO. And that doesn't mean you have a lot of people working for you. You can be a CEO of your own $1 million company, and it could just be your little old lonesome self, because all I have is one assistant right now and a few other people that are service providers. All right, so did anybody like that? If you like it, go into my group and say, hey, I'd like the money evidencer, and I'll remember to put it in. All right, so now I'm going to do Q&A. So who has any kind of question? Because I'm here to AMA, ask me anything. If not, it's going to be a very short live. Okay, so Samuel, how are you? You missed my money evidencer training. You're going to have to watch this again. So if you're liking this, do #live, love. Now, if you don't know me and you've never been on the phone with me, and you want to get clear on how you can get to 20K plus months if you're a coach, service provider, expert, or if you think that you have something valuable that you could coach people on, do hashtag talk, and I will get on the phone with you. We'll chat, we'll see if there's something that I feel could be an offer that you could actually make money with. Because I have turned people around from no offer to making quite a bit of money as a coach or a consultant. And I don't mean that you have to be a certified life coach or business coach or anything like that. People need coaching on a ton of stuff these days. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? I will answer any business questions that I can about organic marketing or business or anything. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short live. Just totally fine, but I'm here to serve until people need my help. So, who has, just looking at the time, it's a very short live. So who has any questions? Who liked my money evidencer? Who wants it? If you want to talk with me, hashtag talk. If you love this, hashtag live. A lot of hearts would be great. Who has a question? No one. Okay, oh wait, because you know there's always a little bit of a lag. If you like this, say so. If you have a question, I'm here for you. I'll just hang around. Pedro, how are you? Pedro, you missed my money evidencer. I was just telling everybody that this is how I'm very conscious of bringing in abundance in, is that I count every bit of money and I put it 10 things every day at least, well, sometimes less than 10, but I aim for 10 that are evidence that I am abundant and I'm prosperous and I am maximizing every dollar that comes in. Megan says, what do you feel is the #1 thing that helps create an abundance breakthrough? I think it really is normalizing numbers. It really is saying, you know what, I can do that. It's unlocking that belief in yourself. And sometimes you can't do it on your own. Sometimes you need somebody to help you see that abundance. So it's really, you know, I'm going to go past what I'm believing in my mind. So it's really breaking the ceiling. You know, they talk about the ceiling. It's going through the ceiling and saying, you know, I accept it. It's more than just a belief. It's an acceptance of it. That's how I would say it. If you accept that, yes, it is possible for you to make X. Megan, how much do you want to make per month? I think it's really important. Well, first of all, get clear on how much you really want to make. Because when I speak with people, they go, oh, well, I'm fine. Well, I didn't ask if you were fine. I said how much you want to make, because I am the money gal. So when I say to somebody, what do you want? Kind of like Olivia Pope in the show Scandal, what do you want? They're like, well, I don't know. Well, you know what? If you don't know what you want, or you're too scared to want something big, it's going to be hard to happen. So if you face your fears of even allowing yourself to dream that, yeah, you do want to bring in 50K a month. That's really what you want, because then you could help your family, you could help other people and buy that house you want and travel and get some investments going and maybe be, you know, give in a bigger way to your community. So Megan, what do you want to make? What's that number? And then once you have the number, it's like, okay, I'm going for that number. I'm going to actually go for it. I'm not going to just put the number down and then, you know, abandon myself. And then you've got to figure out, how do I get that number? How? And I think that way. Okay, I want XYZ. How do I do that? What do I need to do to connect the dots? Because some people don't connect the dots. I want $1 million. Great, I love it. Well, how are you going to get the $1 million? What will you have to do? Do you need help? 50K. There you go. Megan, I already knew that somehow. Well, if you want 50K, you're going to have to get help. You're going to have to get help from someone who can help you get 50K. Or a miracle has to happen. But you're going to have to get help normalizing the number. You're going to have to say, I want 50K. I have. That's the other thing. It's accepting you already have it in some other future reality. I have 50K. But then it's not like, oh, I want 50K. You know, some people have said to me, I want to make $2 million. I go, great. I love it. How are you going to do that? Oh, well, I'm going to just get all this free information from the web. You're not going to make that amount of money without investing something to get it, because it's the law of investment. So, Sam says, some people recommend that making great posts is better to attract the ideal clients online to our businesses. Some people get pissed off with the cold conversations. What do you think of that? Some people say. Gregory, I love your questions. I think that there's room for more than one thing in this world. I mean, I hear a lot of posts, would you rather have this or that? Why don't we just have both? There's a lot of those limiting posts I see on Facebook. Would you rather have this or your health? Well, I'd rather have my health and $1 million. I'd rather have my health and joy and love and $4 million. So that's limited thinking of one or the other. Samuel, it sounds to me like people are getting annoyed because you're messaging them. Need help with the messaging, because people shouldn't be annoyed. It shouldn't be spammy at all. Okay, so Gregory, and I want to address that. People love doing safe stuff and believing I'm going to do all this safe stuff that's got no skin in the game. It's got no fear, no getting past any fear, but I'm going to get an avalanche of clients. It's not how it works, because I have realized the more something is about breaking through a fear, the more you're going to get, the results are going to be higher. So there is a direct correlation between doing something scary to get past your fears and the payoff. So these people, and they're all over the place, they just want to play it safe. They want to never, ever be scared or to overcome fears. And that actually is where the gold is. The gold is what really scares me. Behind that fear, there's a saying, behind the fear is a pile of money. So figure out what it is that scares you and go do that. Go off and go do that. If it scares you to talk to people, and if people have a fear of talking to their market, it is a common fear. It's not you, you're not abnormal. If you're afraid of talking to people, afraid of sales, there's so much gold behind that. The best salespeople are the people that will talk to anyone. The best salespeople are the people. I had a client once, he said, I don't care about rejection. He said, I will knock on 1,000 doors. They can slam it in my face. He said, I am that rare person that cannot even be affected by rejection. I said, you are a gem. He said, I don't understand why people care. He said, I couldn't care less. He's a great salesperson because of that. Because he said, they could insult me and go, okay, and walk to the next door. He used to knock on doors selling financial products like in the 20 years ago. And he said he tells his staff to go do that still. Pyle, how are you? So Gregory says, I see so many people make plans that just don't make sense. They will never get to the other side. What do you think is the main mistake people are making with their strategizing is they don't know how to strategize. They don't know how to do it, and they don't know how to make good decisions. A lot of us make bad decisions. I still make very bad decisions sometimes. Like, it's really hard for me to hire the right people sometimes. I'm like, why did I do that? The problem is they're in their own head. They don't have experience in a certain, a way to do it. So, for instance, if you want to make money online and you don't know how to do that, and you're decided that you're going to create a strategy, but you don't know how, that's a bad strategy because you're just guessing. So if you're guessing and you're not following the roadmap of somebody that's already done it before, it's dangerous because it's just amateur. Oh, I'm going to do that because I think that's the way to do it. Why would you not? Why would you not figure out what works and then strategize? So that's what makes me crazy. It's like, oh, I'm going to go do this. Why? You're wasting your life and your time by not getting the real deal. Okay, so Jen, hi Jen, how are you? How do you feel about overgiving as it relates to abundance and a money mindset? Well, there's different types of overgiving. Tell me, write a bit more. I'm just going to tell you what I think you mean. I don't think you can overgive in a sense unless people are taking advantage of you. Then you can overgive. So I've thought a lot about this. If you are giving and people are going to take advantage, then you're overgiving because then they're not respecting it. But if it's just giving your all, that's great. But if you mean coaching for free, don't do it. If that's what you mean, don't do it. Never work for free unless you just want to be a guest on a podcast but I don't think people should ever work for free unless there's some sort of exchange going on, because you're basically eroding your self-value that you should work for free. And some people are always trying to make us feel we should work for free, and I don't agree with that. So Christina, how are you? Taylor, how are you? I saw you come on. Hey, you're new. Are you new to coaching? Well, we should talk. Put hashtag talk. If you want to talk with me about how to get to 20K plus months and look at what I do hashtag talk. Yes, come join my Facebook group as well. Okay, so Christopher Cole, how are you? Advice, well, I don't have, okay, there's the other thing. See, now I'm going to show you my value. I don't let people pick my brain because then I'm working for free. So it's ironic. I don't work for free, ever work for free. So what I meant was if you want to talk to me, to talk about how to get there with a view to working with me, I'd be glad, but I'm very, very transparent and very clear about my value, and nobody picks my brain. And anyway, it's not good to say pick your brain because nobody wants their brain picked. But if you want to talk about potentially working with me, I'd be glad to get on a call. Okay, I hope you appreciate my straightforwardness. I'm known for that. Tilge, how are you? Okay, Christopher, you're great, wonderful. So does anybody have any other questions? But if you are just starting out as a coach, I still don't think you should work for free. So I'll just give you my advice right now. Don't work for free, ever. I have coaches come in that have never worked before, ever, and I get them out there selling $3,000 coaching packages off the bat, out of the gates. So you want to waste a lot of time, go around working for free, go ahead. I don't think it's a good way to go because then you're known as the free coach. Then you got to get out of that free coach atmosphere of the free coach. Why wouldn't you just go out and charge right away? That's what I do. My clients are like, wow, I just sold a $3,000 package the first time I ever coached. So what's my goal for the week? Wow, Gregory, you know, I actually have thought of that. I want to get my new funnel. Believe it or not, I'm the person that gets people to great heights organically. But there is a point where Facebook funnel and ads are the way to go. And my goal is to get it working and to get the ads working and to get it all. It's a job, guys. It's a whole process. You need a media budget. I have that now. So yes, get my funnel out there and testing it. Thank you, Gregory. It's one of my goals. All right. So does anybody have any questions? If you want to talk to me about my program, how it works, and how I can help you get to 20K, get clarity on exactly what you need to do, hashtag talk is the way to go. If it's just to get on the phone and free advice, I'm sorry, I just don't do that. Okay, so who has a question? Who liked my money evidencer? Again, I shared right here, it's called my money evidencer, how you can keep track of every dollar that comes in, and that will actually create more abundance by focusing on the abundance. It works. It does work. But the more you keep track of everything, the more you are training yourself to bring more in and more. Okay, so if anybody liked this, it'd be great if you did hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you want to talk to me, hashtag talk. There's a lot of instructions on this live. And if you want to join my Facebook group, Gregory just put it in the comments. It's called The Smartest Business Strategies for 7-Figure Growth. Actually, it's called Smartest, not The Smartest. All right, did anybody like this? Who liked this? Who has some questions at all? Let me know, I will answer them. Otherwise, I will sign off. Who's had a great day? We had a great day. We went to a wonderful park and we sat there and it was relaxing, actually. Thanks, Gregory. All right, Jen says, I appreciate the straightforward answer. I have, in the name of networking, allowed people to pick my brain. Just needs to be a hard no. Thank you. There you go. And you know, I'm going to tell you something. The term pick your brain, to me it sounds like vultures are going to go in and pull. I never liked that. But yeah, and good, I'm glad you like that because I'm modeling for you. If somebody is going to just try to get free coaching from you, don't do it because you're worth more than that. Sure, I'll talk to people, but I don't have time to get on the phone and give people free coaching. That's all. And a lot of people like to do that. Okay. Alrighty, and by the way, years ago, even years ago, I didn't do that. They tried to, and it was really basically when people say that, they really kind of, not that you would, but I'm saying sometimes when people say that, they're just trying to drag like anything they can out for, hey Jamie, for free. And it's like, I'm not here to coach people for free. I'm here to give you the whole full Monty so you become successful. Because talking to Jeanne Omlor for 20 minutes will not make you successful. It's impossible. You want to get the whole full deal because that's what I do. And if I could do what I do in 20 minutes, well then people wouldn't need to hire me, right? Okay, does anybody have any questions? Hey, Rebecca just turned up. Anybody have any questions? If you want to get, you missed it if you just turned up, this money evidencer that brings, it multiplies, join my Facebook group and I will put it in the group. Maybe not today because it is a Saturday. Maybe I won't run and put it in, but I'll put it in probably today or tomorrow, maybe Monday. 𝐸𝐿, how are you? So, hard to be great. Does anybody have any questions? I will answer. It's Ask Me Anything here. Does anybody have any questions? If you're on the live, you can also type in comments and ask questions. I go in and answer those as well. Alrighty, should I wrap this up or do we have anybody else that needs? Jamie says, no, okay. Well, Jamie, I was just talking about this money evidencer and it's how to multiply every bit of money you bring in to bring in more wealth. And I'm going to be putting this worksheet, which basically tracks every bit of money you bring in, and it creates abundance by focusing not on your debt, it focuses on what you're bringing in. And I'm going to put that in my Facebook group that Gregory has put the link. It's Smartest Business Strategies for 7-Figure Growth, and I'm going to put that in the units of the group so people can just grab it whenever they want. It's very simple, but it changed something for me. It really did create a focus on what's working, a focus on the abundance, not on my debts. Because when I started this, I had a lot of debt, and it really made me positive every day to focus. Even if it was, I saved $20 on something, or, I had a small check, it created a positive focus because people focus on their debt. They're always adding their debt. And I thought, why aren't they adding up? People go through their debt every month. They do that, but they don't focus on what's coming in, the good. What you focus on grows. So focusing on the problems is going to make the problems grow. Focusing on every penny is going to make your mindset of bringing it in with open arms. I have a saying here. I'll pull it from my window, actually. I welcome, what did it say? I welcome a flood of money with open arms and spirit. Okay? This has really worked for me. I suggest you put that on an index card. I welcome a flood of money with open arms and spirit. And that is what it's about. It's about welcoming the good, welcoming what is coming in. So it's not fake. It's what is coming in, focus, welcome, it will grow. If you focus on the bills and the debt and what's not going on, that is your focus. If you get your arms and you welcome abundance, and it's not woo-woo even, it's just real. Focusing on what is real and writing it down. And the more you write it down, the more you realize you have more coming in than you thought. Because I thought, that's right, I got that coming in, I got a little check here, and then, I don't know, somebody that owed me money gave me my money back, or I don't know. Or even something on sale. Like if you were going to buy something and you get it for $40 off, you just made $40. You really did. Because you would have spent the 40. So that's, in a way, excuse me, that's abundance, right? Okay, so thanks, Christopher. I'm glad you liked the advice. All right, does anybody have any questions? If not, I will sign off. This is called Saturday Live at 5. I do these almost thank you, solid mindset for life in general. Yes, Gregory, is focus on the good and defocus off the bad, because you make that grow by the more you put energy in something, and the more right. Okay, so if anybody liked this, hashtag live would be great. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you want to talk to me about my program or how I help people get to 20K plus months, hashtag talk. And yes, Megan has something to say. Megan says, thanks, Jeanne. Great call. Totally important where we put our focus. Join my group. Great. You'll see the money. Yes, that's right. She's in Egypt, in Luxor, where I visited. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so totally look for the money evidence. It's so simple. It's such a simple worksheet. People cannot believe it. Alrighty, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, if you're watching the replay, just put the questions in there. Join my group if you want the money evidencer. I'm going to put it in the units of the group. Welcome, Barbara. This has been wonderful. Thanks for turning up. I'll see you next Saturday live at 5 p.m. EST. Okay, you guys, you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you later. Bye.